Hello everyone. Hello and welcome. It's Promise Sodera Oni. It's been a while I did a video. In fact, I recorded one video when Natasha and Senator Babio was going on, but I didn't post it. So I felt like some of these things are just it's too insultive to be discussed as a country. But I listened recently to someone, Chief Audu Obe, on Channels TV shows Politics Today. And he said something that really amazed me. See, the thing is not that we don't have brilliant or intelligent or forward-thinking people in Nigeria or once in the government, but they don't get the support they need, especially when they fly ideas that are supposed to head the country. And we can also see that with the recent tax reform. We see the way the North stopped it and how he has been struggling to get or see the light of day in the National Assembly. But then we saw how fast the Senate were able to pass judgment on Natasha and how fast they were able to adopt Tinubu's illegal declaration on River State government. Now, what baffles me is that this man said that when he was minister, I don't remember which government that he worked under, but he said that he went to different countries and saw how, he mentioned Brazil, and saw how things are run, how one local government will have over 1,000 industries, and how, one state or one county in Brazil is bigger than Nigeria, and they produce enough milk for I think it's India that produces enough milk for the whole India, he said. But Brazil will produce, a lot of, food, for the country, even to export. Now, he said that he worried that Nigeria was going to get to a position where there is food scarcity, which is what we're experiencing today. And he then went to some government officials that he was working with and said, what are we going to do about Nigerians' food situation or crisis? That people are leaving the rural areas, people are not farming, and there's no mechanized farming being encouraged or pushed by the state government. And in his remarks, he said that federal government do not farm. Now, he is a big owner, of a farm himself, and we know people like Obasanjo own the biggest farm in Africa. But the most important thing that I want to get out of the whole conversation, and I think this is coming off the back of the loan agreement or the investment agreement with Brazil, where they said this government is trying. So to the Tinubu's government is trying in terms of food, production, so that the Brazilian government has, pledged to invest the biggest amount of money in our agricultural sector, so that every part of Nigeria will invest heavily in mechanized farming. Of course, there is the agro-food and the agro-business. There is the farming part of it, and there is the commercialized or business part of agriculture. So, of course, we are still waiting to see the impact of that. But he then alluded to the fact that if you cannot provide food security for your country, it affects your economy, and at the same time, it affects your peace or security. Now, I really wish that these things that are happening in Nigerian government are not happening. But it is quite sad that that is our reality. First thing first, the irony that you can sooner or later start becoming things that you fight or things that you oppose is what we see every day in Nigeria. Apart from consistent activists like Fela, like Omoyele Sowore, like Mr. Femi Falana, and oftentimes what we see is that people tend to, win them or join them, right? People tend to go to the other side that they oppose a lot. And we've seen that with Reno Omokri. Today he's fighting against APC. The next day he's supporting APC. We've seen that with FFK. He fought, Buhari so much. And today he's dilly-dallying and enjoying the protection he gets from all his case being dropped in by EFCC by being part of APC. And then we see people like even people that follow the P2B everywhere, like Valentine Ozibo has joined the APC. We've seen people like Ken Okonkwo have left the Labour Party. We've seen, you see people that you. So the most difficult thing in Nigerian politics is to find people of integrity, not just in the politics. I think the biggest problem with Nigerians is actually to find anybody with integrity. There was a time you look at elders and think that elders will be people of integrity. They will stand for the truth, money or no money. But these days, all of that is gone, gone out of the window. So apart from those few people who have maintained consistency in character, most other people have suddenly became what they fought for, or what they fought against, rather. So when people like Tinubu is supporting military, taking over one of the 36 states of Nigeria, suspending a governor, I mean, declaring state of emergency is normal. It's not. It's something that I've always seen government do as a measure to restore peace and order. But when you now suspend a sitting governor, and this is why I keep saying, when you are a leader, you have to be very careful, very thoughtful. Make sure your advisors are people that are not scared to say truth to power, to correct you, to call you to order, and make sure you listen to them. Because things that you do today might take the precedent for people tomorrow. And I'm saying this to say, a lot of things that APC do or does, when you ask them, they will tell you that Obasanjo did it. Now, why do they always make reference to Obasanjo? Because Obasanjo was the first civilian president, and people don't cut him some slack that there's nobody for him to learn from. So he was the first. He was the first civilian government or the first civilian president, right? Now, some of the things he did, like going for third term, of course, that was fought against, and thank God we had a good Senate then. But other things like, suspending a governor then is what people like Tinubu, who was, don't forget, Obasanjo and Tinubu don't get along, right? So this was your political enemy. But now you are borrowing leave from him. You are learning from him. If you fought against him so bad, and bear in mind, he did not suspend Tinubu himself. So why is now Tinubu declaring a state of emergency in Rivers State and now suspending Fubara? Not only suspending Fubara, suspending his deputy Ngozi, and then suspending the whole House of Assembly. You claim to be neutral, but like somebody asked on TV, right? If you are able to suspend an elected governor, elected by his constituency, his people in Rivers State, why then didn't you suspend the one you appointed, who was appointed by yourself, who is weak, who is power drunk? For me, I am not speaking for Fubara. I don't support Fubara. I will toe the same path that people like the respected Dere Farotimi and people like Omoyele Sowore have said that don't fight and don't support any of these people. I don't see any difference between Wike and Sim Fubara. They are the same people. They are friends up until he got into power. And what is happening to Rivers is now becoming like a curse. Look at what they did to Goodluck Jonathan. So sometimes I even say to the Rivers, if they are sensible, they should allow and support Wike, because Wike has more federal presence than Sibara would ever be. Now, every government in these Rivers State, every government, because that's where the real money of Nigeria comes from. Of course, with Delta State and some of the Niger Delta as well. So now, if the North used Rotimi, let's say Obasanjo actually gave Yaradua and Goodluck, and then by circumstances Goodluck became president. But look at how they threatened Goodluck out of power. If that was Wike, that would not happen. If Wike was the president of Nigeria, nobody in the North were there to do to Wike what they did to Goodluck. So that is one part that I'm saying to Rivers State. If they actually know what they're doing, they're supposed to support Wike. But in the case that Atiku has managed to find his way into Simfubara's heart, right? Because all these things are chess game. That's why Tinubu is supporting Wike, not because he supports Wike what he's doing, but because he knows that the person backing Simfubara is Atiku. Now, a lot of people have been used and dumped. That's the normal thing with politics. Betrayal is permanent. Look at El Rufai shouting up and down. Look at Ali Ndume shouting up and down. Right? For me, this is just about North Cabal versus South Cabal, the new Southwest Cabal that is forming. So the most important thing is decisions you make today, people will use it tomorrow. Now, in the case of Wike, you did a video when Rotimi was fighting you and said there is no godfather. You are not somebody's permanent servant. Blah, 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 blah. Now it gets to your own point. You are fighting tooth and nail, using the House of Assembly Speaker to do what? To fight the governor. There are so many cases of governors going against people that put them in power. It happened in Enugu State. Sullivan Chime versus Chimaroke. It happened in Anambra State, where the sitting governor was kidnapped, Ngige versus Zoba family. It happened in so many states. So what then do other governors do? They concede and wait for 8 years. But in your own case, you said heaven must fall, right? There will be no peace. And you even want to use federal might to remove the governor. You might have your way, but remember, power is transient. Power is transient. After 8 years, you will have to come down. One day you become weak. Look at all the strong men. Look at IBB. Look at all these powerful men in Nigeria. Today, who are they? They're just respected, but they have no relevance. Look at Gowon. Look at all of them. They were once more powerful than Wike. So Wike should learn from history. Learn that nothing is permanent. So I'm saying this to say, if I were Rivers people, I will make peace with Wike for the interest of Rivers. But that said, even Tinubu is using Wike anyway, because all Tinubu wants is Rivers money for 2027. Let's face it. Let's face it. All the structures, he has given more power to the local government chairman. He has 774 people that he can put. So Tinubu is a master strategist. He has dealt and dribbled all the people in the north. And he has shown that he has what it takes to hold power, not just in Southwest. He's even encroaching a lot of places in Southeast and then in the north as well. His son is going on a Larry now around the whole north. They are doing even a new song for him. They all know what they are doing. And very soon his son will be the Lagos State governor. Now, this is the point I'm trying to make with this video. With this precedent that Tinubu has declared, let's create a hypothetical scenario, because nobody knows tomorrow. That's one thing that God has knowledge of that makes him God over humans, right? So let's say hypothetically, in the next election, by anywhere or shape or form, somebody from Labour Party becomes a president. If that person becomes a president, because he's the president of Nigeria, could he go ahead and impeach every APC state that has problem, or actually suspend every APC governor that have internal wranglings? Can he do that? Would that be acceptable to us? Because what we are saying is an APC president suspending a PDP governor because of internal affairs. So let us be careful the precedents that we are setting. That is one bad thing with stolen mandate. You stole somebody's mandate and picked the worst form of leaders. You made somebody that was running for the same presidential ticket, that wielded his ticket for you in the primaries. You made him a Senate president, even when EFCC, everything is hanging on his neck, because you've had your way as president. You made Wike minister. He will threaten people openly. He will threaten the whole PDP states in Nigeria. If anybody should interfere with what is happening in Rivers State, I will put fire in your state, and nothing will happen, because he has your backing. Continue. But know that tomorrow somebody will quote that you did it, because this is how Nigeria works. Once something wrong happens, people will start bringing old videos of where another president did the same, and then they will okay it. Obasanjo did it then. Today, Tinubu, that was his political enemies, referencing it and using it. Tomorrow, we don't know who will do the same. But Nigeria is definitely not working. Look at Akpabio. Right? Look at Akpabio. Akpabio now has bring the whole Senate president to such a dispute, to such a shame, that the same colonial masters we fought to get independence for, a sitting senator, Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, is going from one Western country to the other, from America to UK, from UK to Germany, reporting Nigerian Senate president and the whole Senate. The irony of what you fought for or fought against, you are now also becoming that same thing. The same Tinubu that fought against the military regime, that fought against fought for June 12 and what have you, today he invited the same military, a military man from Calabar, to come and take over as sole administrator of Rivers State. What a shame. Think about it. Are we making progress? Are we retrogressing? Be careful so you don't become like that same thing that you criticize. Thank you.